doing YouTube. This is Bob at 1098 with some more information. Today is gathering day, so we already finished Enemy Buster. This is Sunday over here in the United States. You should have your troops out gathering for the whole day, and it seems it's been pretty consistent with when you go to events and you have the Rampage Boss. So you get 3 of these around the capital. So I already did my damage to them. So the first one I ranked 50th with the current damage of 4.2. I forgot what the G stands for. I don't know if it's Jillion or whatever. Maybe in this game it's billion, but they put a G. Like I said, and it keeps going lower and lower. Well, there's a reason for that, and silly me, I just send 3 squads. I usually put Mason in front. So what I like to do in this formation is, especially in season 1. So when I go to this formation, the reason why I chose this is because in season 1 you get the buff. 5% from Mason, 5% from Diva, and 5% from Kimberly. Well, they already left, but since Mason, he normally does better with PVE. That's player versus elements. He does more damage. It's like the other SSR heroes. Like say for instance, let's go to Violet, but I gotta get her up before I start throwing her in the front. If you go into the details with the skills, it kind of gets into the nitty gritty and what kind of damages they do. You go into the details and kind of read everything. It kind of shows you everything. But let's go to the actual boss, Rampage Boss. Now, this takes you around the capital. So at first, this corrupted boss comes up. Then a few hours later, the second one comes, and now this one is up. So now each corruptor boss, just like when you do each day the co-bosses, the 39, 64, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. Each hero can do extra damage to it. So the first boss, right, if you look at this, it says the traits right there in the center. Damage taken from 10 heroes is plus 50, right? Which explains why if I go to my rankings and I got 4.25 G of damage, all right? Because I was using tank heroes on this one. I probably had 1 aircraft. So now if you go to the second boss, let's go to that. If you look at this, you get 50% more damage with aircraft heroes. So you see how it just keeps going down and down. So what you kind of supposed to do is let's just go to the third one. So you kind of get the idea of it. So 50% damage to aircraft, and this should be missile over here. So missile heroes do 50% more damage. So in this case, since I already did it, it's already too late. Like I said, I was not paying attention. So for tanks, of course,
Wanna grab a drink?
Kimberly over here, you have her all set up. She goes, you cycle them through. The second one, what I would do is with Diva, I will replace the attachments off of Kimberly. And I know I've shown you that before. So, example, I will go to Kimberly. I will kind of remove this, because since it's stronger right now, and I will kind of go over to Kimberly Quick Equip, and then it will give her the buff, and then you send her out in the squad, and then she'll do more damage. This is just an example of how you're supposed to switch attachments when you send your squads out to defeat these corruptor bosses. So I'm going to revert this back. Let's remove this. Let's go back to Kimberly Quick Equip. Go back to Diva, Quick Equip,
up for a friendly competition?
This is what you do for the heroes that you're not sending out into that formation to do the most damage to the corruptor boss. And you could kind of tell if you look into the rankings here. All right, so you see Dane Glezak, number 1, 38, kind of shows you, you kind of get, then you go to the second one. Let's see, corruptor boss rankings. You see 35. Now, this is probably going to throw you off. You would think it's lower, but it's not. It's actually higher because he used the correct heroes and attachments. That's the reason why he got more damage than the other one. So, just to go over, your strongest tank hero is
Wanna grab a
Kimberly.
drink?
Your strongest aircraft hero is Diva.
Join me for
And
sunshine.
your strongest missile hero is Tesla.
The future is
All right,
ours.
and the reason being is that they have these exclusive weapons. That's also a dead giveaway, since
The future
my
is
Tesla
ours.
is not 5-star. I haven't unlocked that yet. That's gonna be during my next versus on Heroes Day. He will be 5 stars, and I'll unlock that. And then if you look at Kimberly, she has that little gold thing next to the tank.
Wanna grab a drink?
And if you go to exclusive weapons, and this is it. So this is just what we're looking at. And this is Bob at 1098. Thanks for watching.